Hello and welcome to another Adobe Acrobat video. So you can see we've got four elements on the page. We've got vegetables, we've got allium, we've got a picture of an onion and the text onion. I've also selected a few things here. We've got content, we've got order, and we've got tags. What we need to do is we need to build our page structure. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to use something called the reading order panel, which is this. It says draw a rectangle around the content and click one of the buttons below. Okay, so we're going to draw a content around the vegetables. You notice a few different boxes appear. If you look at the content panel and you actually look at, say, this text of vegetables, you can see those boxes correspond to these sections there. So we're going to say, well, we want this to be heading 1. So that then makes this here. If we look over here, you can see we've got a tag heading 1, and that's going to be selecting that. Okay, what's next? We've got the allium next. So we're going to draw a box around here. We're going to check in this panel here. And this can be heading 2. You can see in the tags panel, also got that one there. Okay, so now we have, let's just make sure we're in the right spot. Okay, so now we're going to draw a box around here. And you'll notice the onion is selected as well, which we don't really want. Press Control, get a little minus there. So we're going to just draw around that, and that's going to be our figure. Okay, now you notice that put it to number 1. So we want to make sure that if we go back to the reading panel here, we want to make sure that is actually number 3. And then you also notice that the onion has actually disappeared. Let's move it back to number 2 then. That way we can actually see the onion and we can select that and then we'll fix it in a moment. So then we're going to select the onion here and that's going to be our heading 3. Okay, so how do we want this to be? Well, we want allium to be number 2. And then the image is 3 and then the onion is 4. Now what else can we do here? Well, it says no alternate text exists, so we may actually want to have some alternate text for that. So another thing you can also do is you can select it here. And if we take a look here, we've got H1, H2, figure, and H3. So that actually works out pretty well. What you can also do now is if we go back to the content panel and we look at our figure here, you can right click here. And this is the point where you can actually set that alternate text. So we can go to this panel here and we can just say this is a picture of an onion. And this is for the screen readers, and we'll let you read that. So here you can see once we go back into this panel here, you can see we can retag the structured information. The final thing I do want to point out is this thing with the onion. You can see the onion is there. If we put the onion back here, it disappears. But this corresponds to the same thing. What happens if we move this down to the bottom? Doesn't disappear. So this can be seen as something which is more like back-end, whereas this is actually much more related to actually what you see on the screen. What it means, of course, is that you can organize your tags in a way that makes much more sense, and you could aggregate the figures together, you could put the different headers together, whereas in the order panel, you really need to have things in the right way so that you don't have objects like this which are on top of each other. Okay, and that's really all I wanted to talk about, so thanks for watching.